Well, it looks like the Natty King and friends are back at it again. Yeah, the whole gang is here. But I'm not here for a long time, I'm here for a good time. And the end is near, so let's drink beer.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the End is Near, so Let's Drink Beer podcast, sponsored by Premium Cabinets. Shout out to John Morgan and family over there. If you're looking to get any cabinet work done or kitchen remodeling, holler at them at 314-499-8800. Hey everybody, welcome back to the End is Near, so Let's Drink Beer podcast. Today, I don't know, what time is it? What day is it?
It's Friday.
Friday, folks. Friday, July 12th.
Only a half hour late.
12:24 p.m. 24 minutes late. No big deal. Whatever. But today, we got Cam Janssen, retired blues player.
Yeah.
From Jersey Devils,
What's
too.
up?
A couple other places. Sean Vincent's here again.
Did not play hockey at all.
You could play hockey.
Or rollerblade.
You could get away with playing hockey. And then Tom Triffilet. Oh, Tim Triffilet.
That
Sorry,
guy,
I was
yeah.
fucked. I
And
was
thank
fucked
you
that
for
up.
the shit talking the last time I wasn't here.
Told you I got your
represent,
back.
baby. I like it. Throw them daggers.
Did you actually listen?
Of course I listened.
No, you
yeah.
didn't.
Well, I didn't know that you guys were actually fucking calling me, and I'm going
That
into
was
the
hilarious.
Amish tirade.
Started
and I'm
making
like,
fun of the Amish.
Oh, I was not making fun of them. I was just kind of making some
hard
observations.
workers.
No, yeah, bingo. No,
Great fucking woodwork, man.
but you were calling them hypocrites because they were at the train station.
yeah, they're on the train station. They're fucking.
Is
Yeah,
that
they're
illegal for them?
It's gotta
I
be.
think so. Yeah.
It's gotta be. Air conditioners,
Yeah.
the fucking the screens on the wall.
100%. It's like, what are you here for? You know? Well, we're getting on the train. It's like, no. The Amish I was raised
Get on your horse.
Exactly.
Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Don't fucking
Don't
half
work,
step.
Yeah, oh, for sure. They'll
yeah.
build a house in under an hour.
They'll
Fucking
build all
posers.
kinds
Yeah.
of stuff.
That was
Healthy.
amazing.
They don't get sick much.
Yeah.
There's no
think about
sugars.
it.
It's all natural.
Do they get cancer that much too? Like
We
Down
don't hear it on the
syndrome?
news, so we don't know.
Down syndrome.
Yeah, I don't think.
No, Amish people. I'm dead serious on that. Like I don't think so.
Can
you
you-
don't have any of that? Yeah.
Close your
they're
eyes
pure.
real quick.
Yeah, no
Everybody close their
hospital.
eyes.
They just take them out
your eyes.
back and
All right.
fucking
Yep.
put them
Close
in
your
bed.
eyes.
and-
Close your
Everybody
eyes.
close your eyes.
All right.
Picture an Amish guy with Down syndrome.
You can't because they don't exist.
All right, that's it. Open them back up.
All right.
It doesn't happen.
And we're back.
Wonderful
Yeah.
point. Wonderful point. They got to be healthy.
They are.
What's
Yeah.
in that
Pure.
water?
Yeah.
Not that we're anti-Down syndrome.
No,
but
I want
you
the
know what
guy.
I'm
I want
saying.
the Ishmael guy with the fucking horse and buggy holding up
Ishmael.
traffic on the side of the country road.
Indiana, dude. When Vin used to
Ohio,
live there, we'd get
Pennsylvania.
stuck. Yeah, dude, and you'd get stuck behind them, and it's like you honk, they don't even
don't
acknowledge.
care.
You just gotta fucking
Are
suck
they
it
the
up.
same as Mennonites? Is that the same category,
I think that's like a
or is that
version.
the Canadian version that I saw up in Guelph? The Mennonites.
The Canadian
Well, they
version
did,
of Amish.
and then I did buy
There's-
like treats
yeah.
from them, and they went.
Treats?
Wasn't that good.
Treats.
It's like little jelly.
You're no
things.
you're
I'm
no
like,
Mennonite.
well, they kind of forced me to.
Treats.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give you something, and they gave me like little little pastries.
Oh,
I mean, they're okay.
yeah.
Because there's
They're
no
called
sugar
Mennonite.
in them.
Yeah,
They're not allowed to use certain.
What do you mean they
Chemicals.
made you
Chemicals,
do it?
probably.
Well, they
Yeah.
You
forced
bench
the issue.
400 pounds, like
Oh, they put me on the
Look,
hey,
fella.
sir. I'm like, God, okay. God,
Yeah.
They must
You
not
know?
seen the fucking Wade Baylock fight, I guess, or
Oh yeah.
or whatever the fuck. But yeah, dude, thanks for taking the time to come out here. It's really cool watching you play when we were when I was younger and shit like that. It's really awesome. And we got two people out here that just had my best friends, Mike and John were like, "You're having who on?" And I was like, "They're big hockey guys." So they
I got a few people at work. Erin Irby, say hello to Erin. She's a big fan. Say,
Hey, Aaron, what's going on?
She goes,
go.
"Hey, punch that fucker in the face for me." And I'm like, "I'm gonna refrain. All
Yeah.
right, be like throwing a grape at him if I punched him."
I don't want to get punched anymore.
You did a lot of punching.
Yeah, I got punched a lot too.
Yeah.
You had to have, I was fighting guys that are really tall. And
Yeah.
the reach was a lot longer than mine, so I had to have you always have to have a style. Styles make fighters, and I had to have a game plan within the game where I got to get the puck out of the zone too. So it's like two games in one.
Fucking tough.
Fuck, it wore me out.
You
100%.
you
It wore
always,
me out.
you
It
always
aged
told
me.
me you liked finding the biggest guy on the other team.
Yeah, well, I did. And so, but it just, after a while, man, like, fucking just wears you out.
Yeah.
It's not, like, once the game starts, I'm like, fuck everything, let's go. But, like, leading up to it, like, sleeping the night before, sleeping the day of the game, I'm like, oh, God. And I watch videos of these monsters I got to deal with.
Yeah.
And they're knocking guys. Like, maybe a guy knocked a guy out 2 nights before. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, suck it up. Let's go. Like, be careful with that. Don't
Dude, I
don't
watched.
be stupid.
I rewatched the Wade Baylock Toronto Maple
Yeah.
Leafs fucking It's like 2 minutes, 2 minutes straight.
Is that the one where you fucking knocked the guy? Who was the
before,
guy
yeah,
where they carried him off?
Yeah,
and then he was
Caberlet.
talking shit afterwards in an interview.
Well-
He's like, "Look, I don't like him. He doesn't like me. Let's move on with it."
When you're young and you knock a guy out, that's one of their best players in a big market like Toronto. And I was just a kid, and I just caught him. He didn't see me, he didn't notice me, and I just finished my check, and he was out. And then 2 weeks later, we had to play them in Toronto.
Yeah.
This is late in the year. They're trying to make the playoffs. Thomas Caberlet was their best player, and I'm just a kid. And all these guys out here that get death threats and like all this comment, like I did the same thing. They wanted to kill my family. They threatened. I'm just like,
they're fucking
You're gonna
Canadians.
come to Eureka?
Yeah.
You fucking nerds are gonna come down to Eureka.
Nerds.
They're
Are you kidding?
Canadians. They
And
ain't
you're
gonna
burn
do
my-
shit.
Go ahead. No, you're all nice up there. It's just it is what
Right.
it is. But then I had to go fight him for 2.5 minutes, and then it's over. Then it's over. You know what I mean? But you got to
cut.
pay the piper.
Oh,
So,
for sure.
it was
How fucking gassed were you after that, though?
Yeah,
Because you're
like-
already playing. You're already out there fucking playing.
Yeah, I was in shape, man.
Still,
I
still.
boxed with Jesse Finney here and stuff like that.
Still,
yeah.
man, I don't
Fuck yeah, it's hardcore, and and plus we probably partied the night before.
Yeah.
You know,
You do that a lot while you're out
Not
like that on the
probably.
road?
when I was young, I did.
So
For
a
sure.
lot of them go in and fuck, hey, 8 p.m. Let's get to bed. Let's fucking be ready for tomorrow.
Not back then. No, not back then. Now, 100%. But back then, there's guys like Hammer, and they knew I would. And I was young, and I can get away with it. They'd be like, no, we're going. I'm like, okay. So, you hang with the older guys. They pay for everything.
Yeah.
They want a young buck next to them, too. just
Do you
to,
think
like,
the
fucking
reason
do
they
it.
don't?
Yeah.
You think the reason they don't do it now is social media? They're gonna fucking end up getting a picture posted.
They're
like-
more healthy now, big time.
Right.
They're on a strict regimen, man. You ask all these big dogs in the NHL, fucking, they are healthy. They'll look at their water and be like, oh, I don't know if I can drink that.
Right.
pH
Fucking
level in
water,
this fucking
right.
thing.
It's too much, but and now they play video games a lot and stuff like that, and they chill because people will film you. And if you get filmed the night before, like you're gonna get fucking bashed.
If you
by these
fucking
dudes.
lose the next day,
yeah,
or you
you're
don't
gonna
do
get
have a
bashed.
great game,
Right,
that's a lot of
right.
sense.
Yep.
Fuck, I wouldn't even
Hey, I
think
know
about
that stripper. That's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking take that dude out.
Right.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
That's
So the days of the Bob Probert diet all pretty much over, right? You
mean,
know
there's
who
still-
Probert was,
listen,
right?
there's
You
still guys-
fucking wild man, dude.
Oh yeah, he's tough.
Yeah.
But he was doing coke hardcore. There's still guys that do blow. They got caught a couple times. A couple guys, Kuznetsov, who plays for Capitals. This is all out there, so I'm not.
Right.
It's all
not
not
breaking
telling
news.
them.
But fuck,
right.
they win, the cup, and he's in Vegas, and he's fucking partying. They're on the top floor,
Right.
Your buddies are there, fucking coke everywhere. His buddy films Kutsi, and he didn't even know. And all of a sudden, it posts.
He posted it.
Oh,
Kutsi didn't, but somebody else, one of his dipshit buddies, took a picture or something like that, partying with my buddy, and it was just in the background a little bit, and people are like, "Whoa, what the fuck is that?" And so that blew up.
That's all it takes.
And, a couple other guys did a couple things here and there, but yeah, drugs are still hardcore in the NHL. Not like they used to be. Not before everybody knew about how bad painkillers were and stuff like that.
Right.
We're all kind of
Yeah.
fucking. Dude, I was 21. I get hurt in Jersey. Have a house in Jersey. 21 years old. I'm a kid. Like fuck.
That's a
Like,
child.
I'm a man, but a kid.
For
mentally.
sure. For sure.
And they give you 190 of these goddamn little nanners. Those little fucking
Good luck,
yellow
fucker.
nanners.
Yeah.
And am I allowed to be around the guys? They're all off on a 7-day road trip, and I'm sitting there playing video games. My buddies are coming over that I met in Jersey, and we're smashing these little fucking nanners. And all of a sudden, I'm done with them. I'm like, oh, God. What am I doing? What is this? I didn't know
What
how.
was it? Just too many of them?
No, I was going through withdrawal.
Oh, from not
I
having them.
I fucking had 190 of them.
And you don't even know what the fuck
I'm
this
like,
is.
pre-internet,
I'm like,
you
why am
couldn't
I
look this
sick?
shit up. Yeah.
Why am I sick all the time?
Yeah, yeah.
Why am I sick all the
Right. Right.
time? Fucked me up.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think about that kind of shit. You probably, man, fuck. I mean, because let's see, you senior year, you get drafted up in, or not, you got drafted after that.
I
But you
moved
went
to
up
Canada.
went to Canada.
I moved to Canada before I got drafted. I got drafted by the
You-
best team, the best league. It's called the Canadian Hockey League. It's a junior hockey league in Canada, which is gigantic. It's a Quebec major, it's Ontario Hockey League, and it's the Western League. It's the best players in the world, besides maybe some Russian teams or something, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the best fucking, and maybe some college teams now are different. Maybe it's shifted a little bit, but that's the best place you can go. We had no idea what the fuck
And you're
it was.
fucking 17 years old.
I was 16 when I got drafted by him.
Yeah, so he goes,
Yeah.
a strange family.
So we're like, okay, we got drafted. My agent, I had an agent since I was like 14, because I was dominating AAA. I was scoring goals and doing all that stuff. My agent's like, you're gonna get drafted into the Ontario Hockey League. And me and my dad and my buddies are like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
We had no idea. It's gigantic up there. Everybody knows
Is it? No shit.
We're like, what is that? So I get drafted up there, and then I leave my junior year of high school, and I had to live with a family up there that was 75 years old. So they're called billet families. So they bring in these kids. They get paid by the team a little bit, not much, and then you have to live with a family. So I'm like, I walk in, like I'm in a different country. My parents are dropping me off,
Hey,
basically.
go live with your grandparents.
Now
You're
I'm
right,
living with
right.
fucking
That you've never met, right?
75, and I'm an animal at this point.
You're 16 years old, right?
16, 17, and I'm full of testosterone,
Semen.
semen.
Just ready to fucking blow it up.
I am
Strange
ready
country,
to do things.
French broads.
And then I'm living with this older couple, and it was just it was really bizarre, man. Like you really had to. You're just like, what the fuck is going on? Now I have to go out there and perform.
Yeah.
So I'm living with this fucking couple that's watching every move I'm doing.
They're
counting the time I'm in the shower, which I'm probably masturbating. And they're like, you're wasting money, like, because of the water bill. I'm like, fuck. Like, my mom and dad, like, not that but they were lenient. So it was such a weird thing. And not to mention, I have to go to high school up there.
Oh, you did. So you did finish senior year up there, or
Fucking no. Didn't finish everything. But I had to go to high school. So I remember getting there, and I was so worried and I was so stressed out that I felt something on my lip a little bit. Like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, and I kept fucking with it. It was a cold sore.
you gave yourself a little stress blister there?
It blew. So I'm like, oh my God, I have school the next day in a different country, living with these fucking weirdos, going to a new school. Yeah. I'm, doing that, have to perform and fight guys on the ice. And then I get this little goddamn thing on, and I'm like, fuck this. It's starting to bubble up. Uh-oh. So I take a knife, and I fucking burn it.
Gotta do it.
Like a psycho.
Gotta do it.
No, I didn't. I cut it open just to make so it looked like a fucking, like I got punched in the face. It spread all over my fucking mouth. And I go to school, and I had a fucking herpes on my lip the first
day.
Hey, guys.
I know.
Nice to meet you.
I got over it.
Yeah.
A lot of people got herpes after that.
And they're French broads.
They're in winter. They already had it anyway.
Yeah.
So
the French Canadians are used to it. I've been up there, yeah.
So they're a little stressed out.
Fuck, yeah, dude. And you're just a kid at the time.
Child. Then you gotta go fight the guy that's coming up from fucking Western Ontario that's 6'6". He's got fucking no teeth, and he's like, I'm gonna punch through you, motherfucker. I'm like, okay, let's go.
In the hockey league?
Yeah.
So you were a brawler. You were a brawler from day one, right?
God,
it wasn't like you grew into it. You're just right on.
From a long time ago, yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
So it was hardcore, man, but it all worked out.
Yeah,
it all worked out.
So then, walk us through what happens next. I mean, you're just like eventually get a call to get, or 02 is when
you fucking play an awesome year.
Yeah.
And I was a heavyweight champ.
Yeah.
I led the league in penalty minutes. Had like 25 points. Put on a show for the crowd. Now I'm like playing in front of fucking 5,000-6,000 people a night. Everybody knows who you are in town. You're on TV
That's how
everywhere.
everyone got herpes.
Yeah.
And then the whole town gets herpes again.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like feeling it, baby. Like you got these fans. They love you. They're waiting afterwards. My buddies are coming up. And, like girls are waiting for you everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Are they hot?
I mean,
it's relative,
But
they were
like
female.
17 at the time. Who cares?
Not in Southern California. We're in Windsor, Ontario.
Yeah.
It's fucking hardcore. Like
they're husky.
But they're okay. It's all good. But so anyway, like you get a bunch of attention, and then I did really well that year, and that summer. My agent's like, you're getting drafted. You have to go to all the combines with all the fucking teams.
Shit, yeah.
And then it was just cool, man, getting drafted.
You're a kid too. Still. You're fucking. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Man.
So it was cool.
And then you got to live out your dream, basically, right?
Well, then they signed me. Never had money. So then the Devils were like, we know you're poor. We know your family's not the Rockefellers. You need money to train. You need money for meals and prep and fucking you do your boxing and you do this and you have your skating lessons. It costs money. So the Devils signed me right when they drafted me, right afterwards for $200,000. And I'm like, God damn,
rich.
motherfucker, what's up?
Right.
And that's like, you look at everybody now, like, it's like, but when you don't know. Like,
Yeah, sure.
Also, you got, now I'm getting checks for $60,000. And I'm like, God damn. So now I'm just spending fucking money, man.
Yeah.
Everybody on
course,
the team,
of
no one
course.
else signs on the team, so I'm just taking care of everybody, fucking making it rain, whatever the fuck it was. So it probably hindered me a little bit more. But then my parents were like, no, we're going to take some and put it away.
Yeah.
Like, give me that goddamn.
Yeah.
Like, give me that.
Good thing
I'm
they
playing
did that.
around.
Probably the smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
they tried, but it didn't.
So, it didn't work.
But you learn from it, man. So
For sure.
What are you doing now?
I do podcasts. We did have,
Yeah,
I had radio
Yeah,
for
590,
8 years. Right when I retired, I got hired by 590. I was working for ESPN 101. Then 590's like, no, we want to have your own show with the blah, blah, blah. And so it's been 7 years. They just shut down right before 4th of July. So I've been getting up at
like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I've been getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning for the past 3 years for the 7 to 10 morning drive show. Because I live way out in St. Albans. I got to drive. I like to prep. I host. So I pretty much produce it too. Not produce, but just like I kind of have the the area where we're going.
Set it up.
So he's looking at us
it's
going,
tough.
what the fuck is this?
No.
Like, what are we talking about? It's up
This
to
is
you.
what this is
Sounds
what we're
kinda-
Right.
Yeah.
So now that's over.
Yeah.
So now I have a bunch of free time.
Yeah.
But the podcast is Andy and I do a good job with that. And there's so much that we have to learn from it, man. But we have all the good hockey guests on, and it's a good money maker.
Yeah.
Andy could sell a fucking ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves.
Yeah.
So the sponsors
tell
are great.
tell the people the name of it.
Cam and Strick Podcast. Andy Strickland works for Bally's, works for the Blues. Little nerdy guy. Love him to death. Very smart.
He's like, thanks, bro.
He's like, oh man, I was getting love for a
I
second
chirp
there.
him so hard.
They chirp each
That's-
other.
But you gotta
that's
like
part
the
of it.
podcast much more. I listened to one with you and Pat on it, and I forget where you guys were at. It was a
Chicklets,
couple of
yeah.
of Jersey guys or whatnot, and you immediately come out the gate. Fucked it. Yeah, I'm from Eureka.
You can say whatever you
fucking-
want, yeah.
They're hillbilly. Blah blah blah. This that, and the other, and it's like.
Yeah.
That's got to be so much more fun for a guy like you
Than
than
radio.
being on the radio, where you got to kind of keep it in the
This was
cage a little
590
bit,
though.
right? Okay, right.
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
590, you're like, they didn't give
Little
a
looser,
shit.
little looser.
But hell yeah, it was great.
Right.
I loved it. It's just getting up, man. Like, it aged me, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done by 10 o'clock when it's over. I'm like, whew, if I have something else to do that day, or like if I had to go do a Blues game, radio for the Blues, and I had to do
So you're 4 o'clock in the morning getting up and then going to the studio.
Yeah.
Which was, what was that, Hubbard? It's
Kirkwood.
not Hubbard, is it?
It was
Kirkwood.
Kirkwood. It's in
Hubbard?
Kirkwood. No, that's ESPN 101.
Oh, okay.
So it's in Kirkwood. So it's just a drive,
Yeah.
And I like to get there early and get set up and shit like that. So it just fucking wore you out.
Yeah,
it really
dude.
did. But it was fun, man. We Jimmy the Cat Hayes was with me, works for the Cardinals, and Charlie Marlowe, who's been on Channel 2, and just we had a good chemistry.
Right.
But it's over.
They shut the whole fucking thing down?
whole thing down. Frank Cusmano just got hired by
Saw that.
550.
Yeah.
He's awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Awesome guy.
Yeah, we talked about trying to get him on here sometime.
Have
Get
we?
Frankie,
Yeah.
Big Frankie on here.
Yeah, we did.
he's cool,
Me and you
man.
talked about
We
it
got
a while
the got the inside scoop.
Oh, we're getting
now,
everybody,
Right?
yeah.
I mean,
What do you
fucking's
need?
gonna hit them up right after the show.
ago. What do you need? Yeah. Oh man, that's cool. So you guys know each other a while though. You and Sean.
Yeah.
Since
I don't know.
2010, 11 maybe.
Sure.
Matt
have
down
no
at
idea.
Lake Ozarks.
That's prime
Really?
Sean right
Oh,
there,
yeah. That's-
baby.
that's
That's,
it.
fucking prime
oh
Sean.
my
yeah.
God, it was.
Fucking mayhem you two caused together.
Man, oh man. Right when I saw him and we met up, I'm like, oh yeah.
You remember how we met?
Yeah, we're at the lounge, baby.
At
right?
the Gators.
You had Albert Hainsworth with you.
Yep.
Yeah, and
How do you spot that guy?
Oh, he didn't
Jesus
stick out down
Christ,
there.
Yeah.
at all.
He didn't stick out down there.
He was like the only black guy at the lake back then too.
And only
the
7
only one.
foot, 490
Yeah.
pound black guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, they raced boats together.
Yeah.
Badass boats. Sean had the baddest ass boats down there.
Yeah.
Oh, we had fun down there.
Yeah. You. How fucking fast those things go?
About 150.
Jesus Christ! You ever been
Which is
40
fast
miles
on
an hour
boat.
on a boat?
Sism,
And then you're like,
Terry
fuck it, I'm
Sism,
going.
he built that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Randy.
You
Yep.
been 150
yep.
on a boat before?
Well, we went pretty fast.
We
a couple
maxed it
times,
out
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Insanity.
It's
I can't,
scary.
I
Yeah.
can't even imagine what that's.
It's scary.
Yeah. Like I don't care who you are. That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because anything can happen in a split second, you know.
And then you just fucking. You seen that one where the guy like flips and he's flying like
It
fucking.
happens a lot. There's guys that we know that race boats that died.
Yeah.
racing
Well,
our
I
boats.
used to professionally race those.
Yeah, dude.
And then the guy that I partnered with, so when I sold the boat, the guy I sold it to was going through like a midlife crisis and was like, hey man, I think I want to start racing this boat, but I don't even know how to drive this thing.
Fuck,
Do
love
you
this
want to
guy.
help me?
That's my kind
and
of
I'm
shit
like,
right
hell
there.
yeah.
race it,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
fuck
So
yes.
can you imagine
With 2011 Sean Vincent, that's really midlife crisis right there.
And we were all partying, having a good old time. And so we would travel. We would tow this thing. We'd go to Detroit, Michigan, Canada, all over, Florida, all over with this thing. And every morning they do like a prayer for all the racers, and then you have to do a alcohol breathalyzer. I don't know why I did this.
Yeah.
Let's just
Well,
sit
you
on
did
sit
that
on my
hard,
hands.
too. Yeah, you're
Yeah, suck this dick.
That's
This
to
is
get
how-
out of the
this is how we
Yeah.
check.
I
You either
heard
did the breathalyzer or you got out of it
I
somehow.
heard everyone
Yeah.
hold their breath at the same time. I'm like,
Right.
what did I just do? But they do a breathalyzer, and so the guy, he would fail his quite often, and so he'd have to like eat and stuff and let everybody else do theirs, and then we were like trying to like get his shit right before the race.
A little lingering.
And
from the
so
night before.
so that happened. Well, over time, towards the end of my career with him, I failed one of those tests,
Right.
and he motherfucked me up and down. And I'm thinking, really, dude?
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
You have failed
exactly.
like 10 of these.
Wait a minute.
You'd have to
Yeah.
eat 3 quarter-pounders
Yeah.
before he fucking raced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your
And so-
badass ass boat was that Black Thunder, though, man. I'm sorry.
Dude, that
Is
was.
that the one that looked like the
The Batman?
Batmobile?
Or
No.
no. That's the one you
Batmobile-
raced, right?
That's
Yeah, that's the one we
150 mile
raced.
an hour one.
Yeah,
But he had a 46 Black Thunder triple.
dude, it was.
Trips, right? Yeah, triple
It was twins, but it had 2 motors. But we had the loudest stereo on the
Oh,
lake
God.
in this thing.
Twin. What kind of motors? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
525 or
Yeah,
something. I
fast
think.
enough.
Yeah,
Although
I mean
I
it
think
they're
went like
heavy.
70 miles an hour, but
Yeah.
but this thing was massive.
Massive.
Like most like cigarette style boats, you can't stand up underneath. This had 6'10".
So you got that
had like a condo underneath. It was cool.
Yeah.
So all that fucking that long that
Yeah.
shit down there.
You
can
got-
walk
yeah.
Oh
over.
yeah, use a bed. There's a bathroom. There's all kinds.
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
microwave. Well, actually, I took the microwave and TV out to put more amps.
You got to have somewhere to put the
So
yay when you're smuggling it in
Yeah.
from fucking
That's-
Puerto Rico.
That was
man.
there too.
Come on, man.
That's
Go
why
fast boats.
That's why you need air conditioning.
Yes,
If-
yes. You got to keep
that's
that
your
shit
game.
Hot down there,
You,
baby.
you
So
know
I've
you
read.
need AC.
Oh man.
So I've
What's a
read.
boat like that cost?
That was like $350.
Right now,
And that's
$1
back
million.
then.
Yeah, now they're
Yeah,
less.
that's
I'm like,
back
I
then.
feel like
Yeah,
it'd be
back
more than
then.
that.
Yeah.
Because Terry built yours, didn't you? That was all customized, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the guy that
Well,
built his
actually,
boat.
but we didn't buy it from him, from MTI. The warranty guys.
Oh, the one with
big
the house
one.
in Lake St.
Oh,
Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were building that in the shop while we were building, which then became the Bud Light boat. We were doing the opposite. Give me the cheapest used hull, the cheapest used motors. We're going to slap our mortgage company on the side. Yeah. And then they were building this thing with the open checkbook right next to it. So we were like the hillbillies building a race boat, and they were like,
You thought?
yeah, I was excited about this. And so we were like, holy shit.
What
So
was
then
the Bud Light boat?
And then the feds came in and said, "Hey,
Bunch
you
of
want this
trannies
boat?
on it.
This is all yours, baby."
What's the tranny like on a Bud Light boat?
Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah.
Hey,
Don't get
Hey,
paid. She's
there
starting
you
to look
go,
better
there
now.
you go.
She might get you.
You're even calling her she.
You're right. Well, I'm respectful.
God. Fuck
Yeah.
him. Everybody's like, what'd he say? Fuck you.
What about that joke I called you with yesterday?
Which one?
How many
Oh.
times have you
Yeah,
told
yeah,
that one? That was a great one.
I think you should say it.
What do you call? What the fuck was it? What do you call it when you what do you call it when you cross a Jew?
What?
Christianity.
That's right.
Get it? And look, I love everybody. But it's a funny
I know,
fucking
we're-
joke. Yeah, it's a funny
We're
joke.
sending this one out too.
Yeah.
We're not editing none
do
of
it,
this
do
shit.
it, do it.
Thousands of
Do
people
it.
are gonna be like, wait a minute.
Do it.
It is funny. There was a bunch of guys that
Yep.
saw that I was coming on, and they're even like Soupy Campbell, Jim Campbell. He played for the Blues a long time ago. He's hilarious. Get him on too.
How do you see you were coming on? I made a
He
post
follows
last
you.
night.
He
Oh yeah.
follows you, shit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a post last night. And,
Yeah.
a lot of people were, hey, yeah, he's cool. He's a cool guy. I've seen.
He's an
Know a
animal.
lot of the same people. you know,
Yeah,
and a
dude,
lot
it's
of-
just small, dude. We all
Yeah.
know each other, man.
Yeah.
I bet we all saw each other somewhere,
Oh, for
partying downtown or whatever the case.
I feel like hockey is one of those sports where when, like everybody's met a football player that's been a dick or an NBA player or baseball player. You never hear bad shit about hockey
They
players.
get
You
weeded
just,
out,
you
man.
just don't.
They
you
get
know?
weeded out quick. It's such a tight-knit locker room. It really is. And you have to stick up for each other on the ice. So if you have a fucking weirdo, he better be your best player. He
Yeah.
better be your best player in dominating, or he will get weeded out.
Right.
Guys will be like, I can't handle it. They'll bring your team down. A guy that's always grumpy. He's
Yeah.
not happy after you win because he didn't get his cookies. shit like that, you get fucking weeded out, man, quick.
You got to have that good culture and good vibe.
You just got to be cool.
Yeah.
You know, you can be goofy, you can be fucking weird, but don't be a downer.
Right.
Don't be fucking negative, and don't be too selfish. We're all selfish, dude.
And
We're all selfish, but don't be too selfish.
Sure.
will the ownership listen to the team and
Fuck
coach
yeah.
and
They'll
boot a
know
guy?
so fast.
Wow.
Dude, they evaluate us every second of the day. I gotta walk in the locker room, right? Every locker room, get naked, get on that goddamn scale. What'd you do last night? You're 214 today.
Oh, really?
You were 212 yesterday. What'd you do? Well, you're getting bagged today. You know, every
What does
second.
that mean, get bagged?
Skate after practice. All the way down, boom, back and forth like
After you're already
Fuck,
practiced.
after you already
They were
practiced.
that deep into it, huh?
Goddamn
No
right.
shit.
You're like a model.
Roman Polak had the biggest hog in the...
Monster penis. Although I've seen some monsters, but I've seen more small ones than big ones. Just
That's
so
amazing.
everybody knows.
That's amazing.
So don't feel bad out
That's
there.
why they're fighting all the
Everybody thinks
time.
everybody's got a big cock. They don't.
Now, right now, everybody's
So, it's a
going,
different
fuck,
story.
what's his definition of small? Like, what are we talking
Yeah,
about?
what is a guy like this
Yeah.
fucking definition?
Well, you
of
watch
small?
Like, what do
you
we
watch
call
porn,
this?
Yeah, you know.
That's not realistic.
Yeah, that'll give you a complex.
It's not realistic.
My wife says averages too, so I feel pretty comfortable.
No,
Yeah.
someone's got
That's fucking funny.
We're watching the Seinfeld episode last night where
The
Elaine
stanza?
where Elaine fakes the orgasm, and I ask Andrea, my wife, would you ever tell a guy that you faked it? And she goes, no. And I was like, so now we're in a weird fucking spot. Like, so what? She's like, oh no, all yours, all authentic or whatnot. And it's like
Lying fucking lady.
liar.
Yeah,
Lying right
I
to
don't know
your
if I
face.
believe
I've
that.
embarrassed myself.
It's nice of her to do that, though.
You know.
Yeah.
When like I was playing here and I was dipping in painkillers a lot, man. It was bad. But you wanna wheel like you every day. Like when you go to Harry's, like I'm not going to Harry's to hang. Like we're wheeling. Like where are the girls at? Whatever. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Be in respect. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then you wheel them and then you're like, I can't do anything with this thing. So then they think that you like them more. Because you're like,
You're
we're
being
cuddling.
respectful.
I'm
Yeah,
cuddling with you. No, I'm jacked up on and my dick ain't working.
Yeah.
So I'm a good guy. And then
And then they think you're fucking
But-
got a connection.
But it's better than being a fucking horn dog and
Yeah.
fucking everything, and all of a sudden,
Kids
like
and
you
shit
blowing
you
one
don't
or
know.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then weird things could happen. That's why it's tough, man. Like especially nowadays with film, like you really got to find a good girl, because like there's a lot of creeps and there's a lot of creepy guys too. So I'm not putting that, but
You're
but
sitting
there
with
are,
three of
man.
them.
Yeah.
If
Four.
you're a hockey guy in Canada, like you got to watch what the fuck you're doing. If
sure.
you're a
Right.
football player, you got to watch what the fuck you're doing.
Right.
Who is this girl?
Take
Look
notes,
what's her background.
Tyreek Hill, and your
Yeah.
12th goddamn kid.
Man, now you're paying out the
Right,
fuck,
right.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to deal with her every other week or whatever.
Or
it is.
them, depending on how many they
them.
are.
Yeah.
Right.
Ain't you seen your kid?
Right. God. And the Ray Carew thing.
Harry's like, which
you know,
one are
you
you?
can't do that. Yeah.
You know.
Damn, dude. So you guys probably, I mean, I can't even imagine just traveling with the team and just being out like to dinners and shit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
just you could put a dent in probably 3 or 4 a night if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Back
well,
in
it was old school back then. Like,
So you
there's
gotta be
no
careful.
phone. I'm not on
Yeah.
Bumble. You're not on fucking
Yeah,
anything. It's
yeah.
just you're wheeling old school style. You got to talk.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're in Arizona. They don't even know who the fuck you are.
Exactly,
Fuck no, I don't know who you are.
right.
You got to cut over your eye. My breath's stinking from Red Bull vodka. I'm breathing fire into this girl. Like she's probably like, get the fuck,
Yeah.
Like you still got to be a wheel.
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like,
Right.
you're not Tom fucking Brady. Where
Right.
you get, well, you still got to have some sort of game.
Yeah.
And sometimes that falls apart. You're just like, fuck.
And that was the best back then too, because you could literally. So you were a professional hockey player. You didn't have to fucking lie. You just had
No.
to not fuck up. We had
Exactly.
to lie. You know,
Tell me
and
about
it's
your
like.
alter ego. His
Exactly.
alter ego, dude. He tried to.
I used to tell girls my name. So again, I'm 48, so
Yeah.
pre-internet, nobody could fucking fact check anything. It's
Nothing.
like I can't lie. I can't be honest and tell them, yeah, I work at fucking Ameritech and I make, whatever. So I got to come up with something. So it's like, all right,
Ameritech.
they're gonna know if I'm a baseball player because they're probably with a guy going, that guy doesn't play for the fucking Mets. So it's like I'm gonna be an amateur race car driver.
You're damn right.
Yeah. So
There it
it's
is.
something cool. I'm on the
Yeah.
come up.
I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, my name was Guy Mariano, and it fucking worked.
Not bad.
I'm,
You look like him.
dude, I'm telling
Doesn't
you,
he?
man, it fucking worked like a charm.
Good for
you know,
you, dude.
But now you can't do
for
that
you.
shit. at
No,
all.
you can be like, let me look you up on
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
It worked though, right?
You look a lot like a
Sometimes.
mortgage guy named Tim Trifoletti.
Yeah,
That's
you're
kind of
fucked now, you're
douchebag-ish.
fucked now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. But I'm happily married. I don't do that shit.
I do
Yeah.
like the new beard thing.
You do. You were calling that out earlier. All I did was shave this right here.
Gomez
What about
Adams.
your shaving?
Gomez.
Let's
Yeah,
look at that
myself
little
pretty
fuck.
good here.
Speaking, there's your fucking herpy right there.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Put that on your lip.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
not
a
a
fever
fucking
blister,
razor.
and I tried to slice it open,
Yeah.
and here's what I got.
I
so.
burned it first.
So did you have? So you
So
had,
horrible.
and this is the shit that. And I'm going to tell you a quick story. So, buddy of a guy that used to live across the street from my mom, Jeff and Rhonda, they live Lee. They're in Florida now. Calls me up one time. We're in Lake St. Louis. He goes, "Hey, we're going for Kentucky Derby. We're going to go out on the boats. Do you and Andrew want to go?" I go, "Yeah, it's cool. Who's it going to be?" "It's going to be me, you, Andrea, Rhonda, and my friend and his wife." Like, all right, cool. So we get there. I'm like, "Who's your friend?" He's like, "Oh, Marty, you're going to love this guy, blah, blah, blah." This is like 2020, I'm thinking, 2019, right when COVID started. And I'm sitting there and fucking hear the door knock. Guy comes walking in. I'm looking at him, and I go over and I tap him. I go, "Fucking Marty, huh?" And he goes, "Yeah, it was Martin Brodeur." And it was just us, the six of us, hanging out all day.
Really?
And the guy was so
Who is it?
Martin Brodeur.
Hall of Fame goalie. Played
Probably
with
the
Bill.
best goalie of all time.
Yes.
And
Awesome guy.
and we go out on the boats and we're fucking drinking. And dude, any question I asked this guy, he fucking answered it.
He's a
He
man.
was so laid back. He was so fucking cool. And he's the head of Canadian hockey now, right?
Dude,
Because he was
he's-
like,
he's working for the Devils, high up executive, and you know he was a Hall of Fame goalie, probably the best ever. Could just arguably the best ever. Down to earth, dude. Even when I was a young kid, and immature and stupid, he would fucking take me under his wing and he'd be like, "All right, Cam, you're coming out with us." Like he would do like that kind of stuff.
Right.
That's when you know he didn't have to do that.
Right.
I was like a little wild, and they're probably like, "This fucking kid's gone in a week," and I wasn't. But he would still invite me out to everything. It's just totally
That's cool.
Right.
Yeah, little things, dude.
Right.
There's some guys that might not talk to you.
That's genuine good character.
but I'm
That's
like,
it.
tell me some fucked up stories about not shit because his wife's there and his
Right.
wife's cool as shit
Jen's
too.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing fucking cook. And I'm like, so tell me some like fucked up and some of the shit that he was telling me, and it's like, God damn it, I should have been a fucking hockey player.
Oh,
man.
they're
Like,
different
I would've
breed.
You
been
learn how to play
really
hockey
wa-
first. That's the hard part.
That's a fucking
Still gotta
hang
do
up.
that.
Yeah.
That's my hang up.
That's the
Yeah,
worst.
yeah. You're
Wasn't
almost
that.
there.
Hey, dude, 8th grade floor hockey? Get the fuck out of
You're
here.
right there. Just got to learn how
Knuckle
to play.
up.
That's
What sports did you guys play?
Oh fuck! I was
All right, we're going to a break.
We're gonna
Yeah.
get off. I would skateboard, man. Yeah, I skateboarded in high
So
school.
you loitered.
Loitered.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's actually fucking perfect. Yes.
Smoking
Yeah.
darts and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know.
I
I
will
went
do
to
that.
Trying to find some stairs.
Right,
Fucking
right.
Skate
I
off
went
of
to
the
that
fucking
I went to that
blockbuster.
thing.
Yeah.
Jinkos and shit.
Yeah, all that good shit.
Yeah, because you're 36, so you went through the Jinko fucking.
No, I never did that shit.
Really?
I had the big Vans though, that looked like moon boots. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about? These little
yeah.
skinny legs. And these fucking-
Still got those.
Oh, I still
Oh,
have
yeah.
the skinny legs, but you know,
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
working.
No,
on
I
it.
meant the Vans.
No, I don't have the
Vans are comfortable as shit.
No, these were the big fucking ones. They were looked like a fucking. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
the big,
like a fucking
put
pillow
like a
on
giant
your foot.
marshmallow.
Right,
You
right.
just
Yeah.
put your fucking skinny little toothpick in it.
My
And
man was
girls
rocking
aren't
the.
like, God, that kickflip you had was so
They loved the
sexy."
kickflip, dude. Yeah, you want
That
to talk about,
kickflip
you want to
you
talk about being a
had,
hockey
Like if I could
player?
have some Van ice
You
skates,
ollied
but I
over
got these.
2 decks?
Try being
these
a
co-hosts.
loiterer, bro. It was that. I think hockey players
Yeah.
got pussy.
Like, God damn it.
Funny.
Yeah.
Trade them in for some cohos.
I would say this, like, to anybody out there, really. Like, I know everybody wants to get their kids into all kinds of stuff, but, like, if you want to get your kid in, if you get him in, my parents never played golf, but, like, if you get your kid into golf at an early age, he will be doing that for the rest of his life. You get him into basketball, he's going to get fucking beat out.
Right,
I'm
right.
sorry, all y'all. Unless he's fucking 6'6" and he's
tall.
fucking. But you get him into golf, like, he will take more advantage of that throughout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking business deals,
Yeah.
man. People want to be around you. People look up. Big dog CEOs will watch you fucking hit it 300 down the pipe,
Yeah.
and you could chip. They're like, I like you.
Right.
Do you want to do business?
Yeah.
it's just the way it is.
It is. That's
100%.
weird.
Just the way
I
I've
never
had
thought
this
about it.
God
conversation a
damn
lot
it.
of
Now I
times.
got to
I
learn
know.
golf.
Now my
Fucking
parents are too fucking
shit.
poor.
Yeah, I told my wife this a million times. She's like, "Why are you going golfing?" I'm like, "Well, I'm going, and it'll be like an actual business
No
opportunity."
shit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I mean it
That's
this
why.
time.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm really like, it's work.
It's the penthouse thing.
It's very
Yeah.
true. That's very
Remember the
true.
penthouse
Yeah.
tournament?
That's very true.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
hardest fucking sport in the world, though, in my opinion.
It's really hard. But
Like, I'm not saying
if
it's
you're
physically
okay,
exerting, but it's fucking hard.
But if you're okay at it, you just know. You know the game. You know the rules. You
Yeah.
can fucking keep up with guys. You can keep up with big dogs that are obsessed with it.
Yeah.
That takes you to a different level. It just
1000%.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play basketball. No, don't.
Yeah.
Do it at the beginning to get your,
Yeah.
athletic ability.
Right,
fine.
right.
Absolutely.
Get
Yeah.
into golf.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My parents didn't put me in shit.
What'd they do for
But
a
I was
living?
like, my mom was fucking like a secretary. My dad was I don't even fucking know. I hate my dad.
Dick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he not around?
Fuckhead.
He was around, but he was my dad's pretty rough. So my mom recently just passed away. She was
Me too.
oh yours too?
Yep.
Yeah, mine was August. Heart attack in her sleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, out of nowhere. 55 years old. Like she was my
God,
she was my
young.
best buddy. You met my
Yeah.
mom
Oh, yeah.
1,000
I'm
times.
sorry, dude.
She was
Oh,
great.
boy.
That was my buddy.
Sorry about that. Oh,
But
boy.
it was like, and my brother. Okay, so it was me, my mom, my brother, and my dad. My dad was so fucking like mentally abusive and just a big alcoholic
yeah.
that my brother ended up turning to drugs and he died. And he died 2018 from an overdose. And then, because he didn't know how to cope with it. I just have high level anxiety. Like when we were talking about fucking mushrooms and fucking all these things, I'm like, I can't take that shit because
No.
I'm fucking anxious. I'm just an anxious fucking person because
Don't touch it.
I was raised by this cloud on me every
Shut
single.
up, man. I'm fucking working on it.
We're
Right there.
You're gonna get me there.
I'm
one
right
day.
there.
You're gonna get me there one day. But yeah, my dad. They just never. I don't know. My mom was just timid around my dad all my life, and they never pushed me to do shit. Really, anything.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, I know. I wish I would.
Honestly, sorry.
I wish I would have gotten some sports.
Would
or
he?
had-
Can
I
I
didn't-
ask what he was? I guess fentanyl wasn't a big thing in 18.
Yeah, that's what it was that killed him. Yeah, but he
Maybe it
was so
snuck in.
started with pain pills. You know how that shit goes.
Yep.
And then, well, first it started with Xanax because it was anxiety. He had anxiety because he had his big brother, but then if I was out partying and he was stuck at home with dad and shit.
Yeah, get away.
Right.
And then, so he turns to Xanax, and then he turns to fucking opiates, and then you know how it goes from there. It's next it's heroin, next it's fucking what's stronger than that,
Right.
Fentanyl.
and then
It's cheaper too.
yeah.
You know what's crazy about that drug? Well, any drug, but drugs in general. I used to generalize and think, oh, a drug addict. That's the homeless guy living behind the bush or whatever.
Yeah.
And
somebody that doesn't file taxes. Right.
yeah. There's a guy who I was really good friends with, and he worked for my dad. And then when that company closed, we went to another company. He always followed me. He was literally the smartest guy I knew. Smartest guy I knew. What's the movie, The Big Short?
Yeah.
He was Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, yeah.
He was the guy that bet against the entire world,
Right,
and
right.
he won. That was this guy. He was
Okay.
smarter than computers. It was weird. Anyways, the smartest guy I've ever met in my life was him. Heroin overdose.
Jesus
crazy?
Weird
Christ.
batch. Maybe he stopped for 2 weeks. And he's like, I'm gonna get a fucking big old hit here. And
Yeah.
then his tolerance was like, no.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
the
handle it.
tolerance game
That's
with
what
that.
happened to my brother. My brother was in jail for fucking a couple years, and he gets out.
It goes back to the same dosage.
Dude, they said the one next to him was like this was like it was nothing. It was just a regular little 6 days after he got out. Fucking
He had a little fentanyl in there.
dropped
man.
dead. Yeah, that's
God
what it was.
damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like an ibuprofen fucking tablet. They just
And the thing is, he probably didn't know that's what he was taking.
He would have never.
No.
Because I
taken
think
it.
they
of course
cut
not.
that
No,
shit up.
they do.
Yeah, they just cut it up.
He would have
and-
never taken it by himself in his bedroom in the
Right.
middle of the day.
100,000 people
That's right.
die a year, all coming across the border right now, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's right up Highway 44. Like it's all around Missouri.
Oh yeah.
Big time,
Oh, yeah.
baby.
It don't get enough attention either.
It
It's
does.
No.
No, motherfucker.
and
Of course
every-
not.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Bioweapon.
for sure. I mean, that's
yeah.
exactly what it is.
100%.
But yeah, dude, it's like you said, addiction does not discriminate. You
No.
could be a fucking lawyer. You could be a CEO of
Right.
Or
this.
you'd be a beautiful man that's wheeling everything, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden you get a taste of it, and you're like, God, this is the best thing I've ever
Fucking
had.
6 months later, the guy's dead and just half his weight. Fucking lost his full family. That's fucking crazy. And that's real.
That's why I always, because we ran with the same people,
Yep.
and you had people that just did one thing, and then you had the people that just, I'll take the entire fucking buffet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I could see what it was doing to people. I'm not going to name any names,
Right,
but you
we
know we're
know.
talking about
Sure.
the same people. And it's like, oh, that's what that does. I'm fucking good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna fuck with that. But
Yeah.
ecstasy.
that's why I said-
never
Yeah.
hurt anybody. You know?
That's why I said I never done. We were talking about earlier. I never done cocaine. I'd never taken a pain pill in my life. I never, because I just fucking, I see my dad.
Right,
I don't even drink hard
right.
alcohol. When's the last time you saw me drink hard alcohol?
Actually,
sip
never,
beer.
man.
I love
never.
beer though.
Yeah,
I
me
love
too.
beer, but I ain't gonna go to the next. I know what.
No.
I just feel like I'll be the guy that drinks all his beer, gets a
Right.
taste of whiskey one night, and was like, all right,
And
that
then
wasn't
it's-
bad. And the next thing you know, I'm fucking. That's just. I feel like
Yeah.
it's in my.
And you're mean when you drink that whiskey when you're not used to it.
I would imagine. Yeah, I
You get
literally
mean.
don't. I don't do any of that shit.
I do. Like you feel a different. Like I'm a beer and wine guy, but if I dip into whiskey, a lot of
angry.
guys drink fucking bourbon whiskey, and I'm just like, I'm like, whoa, can't like just you kind of get more like. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more of a status thing. It's like the fucking whiskey and cigar thing. It's
If
more
you
of like
can
a
manage
fucking
it and
image,
sip on, if you
know?
can manage it and
Sip it.
sip on it and go home at 8
Yeah.
o'clock, yeah. But I mean, some people are fucking.
But see,
Well,
if-
you don't put weight on either. So like, that's a lot of people are like, I don't want to drink beer.
Right.
Beer's pretty, like you can have whatever, but you just keep drinking whiskey because you don't want to put that weight on too, and you just keep building that up, building that up.
I'll
I don't know.
I'll drink fucking 15 beers probably today.
Give me some tequila. Give me
I'll be
some
all good.
tequila and
Yeah,
I'll
mushrooms,
go
and
to bed
I'm
at 9
fucking
o'clock.
good.
I'll wake up tomorrow, go to the gym. I'm all
You're
good.
fine.
I won't beat my wife or
Yeah.
anything. You know, like
Well, unless she says something.
Yeah.
unless the
Hey,
dinner's not
she
ready.
brings
when I
up
get
that
home.
one
Beat
secret.
you.
Yeah.
She'll
Yeah.
beat you.
they joking about domestic violence?
Does your dad get fucking physical with you?
Yeah, not horribly, because usually he was in bed by like 6 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
and I was like at
that's
school till 3:30. I'd stay out until he got in bed, then we'd fucking go home.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes he was.
All right, I'm just saying. I didn't mean to. I'm just.
No, for sure, dude. I'm open, but I've talked about this so many times. I had a
Yeah.
mental health podcast with Michael Wellington.
Yeah,
I had
damn
him.
right.
We
Golfer.
did. Yeah, we did 30 episodes on a mental health podcast. I've
cool
opened
as
up.
shit.
Very cool guy.
Yeah, totally cool
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, he's coming into town in a couple weeks if you want to link up for lunch and shit.
Is that the guy with the recovery center?
Yes.
Didn't you tell me to talk to him?
No, that's Chris Pondoff.
Oh,
Well,
that guy.
Chris Pondoff, we had him on our episode. We had
Is
him
that
on
the guy
boy.
that's got the
Yeah.
one in
That
Illinois?
guy's fucking
Boy.
story.
That's the
That-
one that I was on, right?
No,
Where you
that
opened the
Boy,
place in
that's-
Illinois.
I'll give it Illinois Recovery Center in Swansea, Illinois. That's my
Absolutely.
boy right there.
Chris Pondoff, his story. That guy was drinking fucking.
Shit.
I mean, when you want to talk, like he was drinking gallons of
And
whiskey
Coke.
at
Right,
night.
right.
He talks about it.
Yeah, and
Yep.
he and his dad, when his dad died, you know, like
Yep.
he got all fucked up. That was a great story. We had him on. That was probably our favorite one.
Yeah.
Me and Wellington did.
He is
was
a
him.
awesome motherfucker.
Absolutely.
10 years sober, fucking
Yeah.
doing God's work out in Swansea.
Yep.
With all, you know how hardcore that is to deal with? All those
I can't
patients.
even fucking imagine.
And
yeah.
then there's girls in there too. Now you got to watch those two. Like, and you know, I go there and talk to the patients all the time and stuff like that. And like, I'm just like, what's going on? You know, you just see, and you can just tell, like, you can't have it's just so much. People trying to sneak stuff in. They don't fuck around there.
No, yeah, no.
Right.
And they really care.
Dude
it's
genuinely gives a shit.
IRC right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
Eric
is
Conley
which is
too,
not
so-
common in that industry.
But Wellington has
right.
it's not a recovery center. It's a golf course for veterans, and
That's cool.
they're building something out there in fucking I don't remember. It was something, but yeah, great dude. We did anyway. Like I was saying, we did about 30 episodes of mental health podcasts, and I've opened up to about every fucking thing. on
Yeah.
the internet.
Right.
Everybody knows on my following. They already know what the fuck it is. So, yeah. So all good.
All good, man. No,
Yeah.
people want to hear. No, they're like, you're fucking real.
That's right.
Yes.
When you're real.
Yeah.
Everybody's on Facebook and they're on Instagram. My life's perfect. No, son.
No, dude.
Right.
I like telling people like, no,
Yeah.
dude, I got fucking issues.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like everybody else does.
Yeah, for sure.
I have
man.
more fun talking about that than portraying the perfect life. Like the first time him and I met, his brother just got out. And do you remember this? We met up at Llewellyn's or whatnot. And he kept looking at his phone. I'm like, dude, if you want a jet, you can go ahead and take off. He does real estate. I do mortgages. So we had like a bunch of same clients. And it's like, let's hook up. Let's meet. He told me the story about his brother. And I was like, man, that's fucked up. And
No, I
I
was like, he just
appreciated
got out.
how open of a book it was. He was, and I go, all right, let me tell you about my mom. 2 DWIs in one day when I was fucking 8 years old.
Ay,
Come
ay,
walking home. I saw her car.
day.
She had ran through 2 DWIs in one day. She had ran her car. We're walking home from baseball. It's me and my friends. I'm 8 years old. They're like, whoa, somebody drove their car through the fucking gas station. You know, the ass end of the car is hanging out.
Yeah.
And we're getting closer, and I go, fuck, I think that's my mom's
Oh,
car. And I'm
my
like, I hope
God.
to God nobody. And fucking Billy Cunningham goes, hey, man, isn't that your mom's car? And I'm like,
That's it.
God damn
Yes,
it.
it is.
You
Thanks,
know, but
Billy.
it's like,
That's her.
but it's like talking about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of liberating. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for
Like,
real.
you know,
Big time.
fucking doesn't
Yes.
define
And
me.
people
or-
comment and they're, dude, I'm like a therapist, man. Like, honestly, like I keep my shit open, my DMs and stuff like that. Or, you know, we have Illinois Recovery Center as a sponsor, and you know, I'll talk about my struggles, and people just fucking message me, man. And they'll message me in the middle of the night, dude, Cam, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you like, what are
Yeah.
you on? What are you doing? What's going on? What are you taking? Like, and they'll make, and they'll say something like,
Yeah.
no, I think you're good. You're good on this. Stop now. You're not gonna go through withdrawal.
Right.
And a lot of them are like, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you don't, you need help now, man. Because if you get off whatever it's fucking benzos,
Yeah,
where they
yeah.
can have a seizure
kill you.
or whatever.
Even alcohol withdrawals, I think the worst one.
Right.
I think
You can die from it.
I think
yeah.
it's worse than heroin.
I think that and heroin are the two that you can die from.
Yeah,
I had 2 seizures on overdoses. I was hardcore, and this is when I was playing for the Blues. They didn't know. So, whatever. But I remember coming home. I was eating painkillers, and I'm like, fuck, I ran out. And I wasn't prescribed it. I'm fucking buying these damn things, black market, expensive as fuck. I need something. So somebody's like, here, I got the next alternative, tramadol, which is not an opioid.
Is that a sleeping thing?
No, that's what actually hockey players eat, is tramadol. People get addicted to them, but it's not like that opioid feel where you're like, you know, like you're like the heroin kind of, that opioid. So I'm like, give me these things. I'm fucking eating them 5, 10 at a time.
I was gonna say, if he's saying 1, he's doing 5.
No, 10 at a time.
Like first,
Right.
just fucking,
Blap.
Yeah.
like never had them before. Just give me a handful.
Golf and I come
0
back.
to 100. Why
I come
not?
back and I get out of the Corvette at the time. Drive my Corvette home. Get out in my garage in Eureka, where my neighbors, everybody knows you. And I go, well, bam.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh, the
lock up?
neighborhood came over. My dad's grabbing me. I'm like,
You're all locked up.
fucking. I remember having like sore. I couldn't walk for fucking weeks. I locked up in the summer.
muscles.
And my neighbor saw, didn't get out. We ran into the hospital. Didn't know what it was. I thought it was like something different. I still had that stupid tramadol. Get out of the hospital, eat more of them. Just about to go downtown, go on stage, give a speech before a fucking UFC fighter, whatever the fuck it was. It was Jesse Finney's Shamrock fight.
Yep.
I was going to go on stage and introduce and be right, and I had people in town from Jersey. Then we went down to Lake Ozarks and met with you. Anyway, so my buddies are coming in from Jersey. We're supposed to go down these fights, and right before we get in the car, I fucking, boom, seizure.
Fuck.
Right before I was probably
How old are you?
27.
Whoa.
28.
Shit.
Rocked me again, boom. Fucking, obviously, the night's ruined.
It's from the same shit. Tramadol.
Didn't know it until weeks later.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
so they take you to the hospital,
Take me to the
hit
hospital,
you with some shit.
whatever, let me go.
Fuck.
Didn't get out. Like it was weird.
Huh.
Maybe it did, and I didn't
Oh,
know.
can you
but
imagine that shit happening
now?
nowadays?
Oh,
Fuck,
dude.
it's out by the time you get
My
to the
neighbors
hospital.
are cool, man. My neighbors
Yeah.
are fucking
Yeah.
cool.
That is fucking
No one was, what's Cam doing?
Right,
They
right.
didn't do it.
That would have been.
Yeah.
I probably would have.
Blue collar party Eureka right there, baby.
That's right.
What's up? Give me a fucking shout out.
Yeah,
You know,
Wow,
god
dude.
damn horrible. My poor wife, like,
yeah.
Damn.
fucking god awful, dude. Just
Yeah,
brutal.
I remember my mom picked my brother up one day, and she called me. She's like, he's like stuck in like a certain, like he was fucking frozen, like in a certain thing, like in the
Like a
back of.
position?
She put him in the back of the car, like
And they just
terrifying.
and just lay there, and he was like, just like, like a fucking stiff, like
Right,
frozen stiff.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I know. Not
That
good.
shit's real.
No.
That's
It ain't good. Do you ever have any? I mean, you fucking.
Well,
by the way, Sean's sober. Been sober for a long time. Just
What,
so
it,
everybody
7
knows.
years? 6 years?
No, 5.5.
5
5
and a
and a
half?
half.
Yeah.
Damn right. Doing damn good.
Yeah.
But you were going, man. We were going hard down there.
It
You
was
were
hard.
Did you have any nights where you were like, whew,
Yeah. Yeah.
what am I doing? Mixing and matching,
Well-
not sleeping for fucking 3 days, Sean.
When you said earlier in the beginning of this podcast, you said I thought I was sick all the time. I thought I had a weak immune system and I get the flu all the time. I had no idea that was withdrawals, and I was sweating, diarrhea, like
Yeah.
all this nasty stuff.
down. You're down.
Oh yeah, in your
man.
head, you think
Oh.
you're dying, and my mom would be like, "Man, it seems like every time I call, you're sick." I said, "I know you call
Fucking
every time I'm
allergies,
sick."
Mom. Goddamn
Yeah.
pollen at the lake.
Yeah.
In November.
Yeah, yeah, I had the
weird.
the summer cold. That's what I called it. But yeah, so I definitely had that. I definitely had a few scares where you're like, was that a heart attack? Was that a mini heart attack? What was that? Because I'm so jacked up on coke and paranoid
Yep.
of letting anyone know. I wouldn't even call 911 to let them know.
so you're worried about people knowing that you're on coke when you're on coke.
Yes.
It's like basically the.
And no one knows. But
Anxiety.
the paranoia is through. Yeah, for you, absolutely not. Never,
Oh,
never,
That's what I'm saying, dude.
never even
Oh
get
my
near
God.
it.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm
yeah.
saying, brother. Like, no way.
Yeah.
No way.
So
Yeah. No, I just recently got like I have ADHD, pretty fucking bad, and I just started taking Vyvanse, which is like 6 different things I've already tried. I tried Adderall, I tried the Ritalin, I tried the fucking Concerta, all that shit or whatever the hell it's called. And the Vyvanse, the only reason I can take that is because it's slow and like it takes you, and then you know, it's like, no fucking.
It's not a.
You never gave the mushrooms a shot.
No, I'm not.
You never gave it a fair shot.
A lot of athletes are bringing up microdosing.
Dude, I've tried that. I have tried that.
Here's how fucking wild my mom is. And my mom's recovered. I mean,
Is she
she's
good?
like, she's the one where like I really appreciate, because if you're not around it, you're thinking to yourself, just stop fucking doing that. You know, just stop. It's bad for you. Stop doing it. It's like if you've seen it, it's nothing like that.
No,
so she
man.
fucking,
Yep.
you know, my mom loved her to death, pulled herself out. She's doing great
Good
now.
for her, man.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get, but same thing. She has a lot of anxiety. No reason to have it, but she has
I
it.
had just lost my mom at this time.
He had
too.
just lost his
like
mom,
a week ago.
and I go, look, dude. I go, what to get these mushrooms, the microdose ones, right? So not full blown trip. You got to do a teleconference with this chick. She'll,
Colorado.
like do the whole thing. So he meets me over at my mom's house. They're gonna do it together. So pop it up. Charity's the name of the gal that's doing it. And my mom's first words. Do you remember what she said? What she told her?
Oh, I love Coke.
She goes, my favorite drug, bet. Just doesn't even know her name yet. She's like, so mushroom. She's like, yeah, anything like Coke because I really love that Coke. And I'm just like, Mommy,
Okay.
Charity, that's my mom. You know?
Yeah.
Be in the
she's seen
restroom
that
now.
before.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
She signed us both
She
up. real
liked
quick.
her cocaine. Yeah.
I tried that though. I mean, I tried a couple of them, but I'm such a bitch that she goes, hey, you need 200 milligram capsules. She's like, that's what you should be taking. So I'm like, all right, cool. Send me the 100 milligram capsules because I'm a fucking big bitch.
Yeah.
And then I take the 100 milligram capsules, dump a little out. So I never gave it a
Yeah,
fair shot.
yeah,
To be
exactly.
honest with you, because I'm just so fucking.
I think you'd like it though, man. I really do. I think you'd like it.
I probably.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna go with never now.
I
Because
mean, no, I'm being dead serious. So,
Yeah.
and I don't mean to like, but I just think if you're wound up, you would be like, I think you would be
More
like,
wound up,
what?
maybe.
And that's what
I don't know.
So, dude, I had a therapist tell me that. I was like, hey, I'm trying this shit because I was going to like a grief counselor, and she's like, dude, she said psilocybin's gonna make you more anxious.
It is.
No shit.
But then a lot
really?
of people say that
Okay.
it's gonna make you all good. So it's like, what the fuck is the
Yeah.
truth here? So I just take it and just see what happens. What's the worst that happens?
I feel like it's an Adderall
do it
without
at
the
house.
edge.
yeah,
Do it at the house.
yeah,
Yeah.
You see what's up. Put yourself in a good situation where she's not yelling at you.
Yeah.
The kids or whatever. You're jamming out.
Yeah.
You got the pool, whatever. Put the music on. Kick your feet up.
And just-
listen to some music and see how you feel.
yeah.
But if you're in like, I'm in traffic, or what you're doing, or the
Yeah,
kids
yeah,
are doing
no.
something.
Terrible.
I don't know.
I don't think
you'd
that'd
be
be a good
fucking-
idea.
No,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be.
But in all fairness, I think part of your biggest problem is you have so much shit going on. Like you were just saying about the DMs coming in. Fucking go to lunch with this guy. It's the same thing. It's non-goddamn stuff. I just think you got so much.
Sat down, fucking.
Yeah, you got so much shit going on. That's got to
What
give
are they
you fucking
saying?
anxiety.
What is that like?
Well, let's see. Let's see what the most recent one
Yeah.
says. Hey there, Mr. Natty King. I figured rather than commenting, I'd try to shoot you a message. Oh, this is a good one. I'm a first-time home buyer. Okay, so that's a good one.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
send it
a
my way
lead.
too. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
it. That's money, honey. Let's
That's
go.
money. Yeah.
But like, I mean, yeah.
He'll
like,
have people.
I know what you mean. I
Okay.
get what you're
It's
saying.
usually usually asking for me to. We do a lot of charity work. You know, we've raised
That's what I
we've
heard.
raised a couple $1 million for
what I heard.
sick
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
So I'll get a lot of people that, especially after we do a fundraiser, they'll be like, "Hey man, my house burned down. My fucking dog
Insurance.
broke a hip.
Yeah.
And
Life
I'll get-
sucks. Yeah.
And I just gotta ignore
Hey
it.
man, my cat's
Yeah.
got
And
anxiety.
it's hard
Can you do a
because
fucking
it
GoFundMe?
eats away.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Cam, can you get me a jersey? Can you do that? I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go buy a jersey, $400, and then you have the jersey. Send it to me. I'll sign it.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
But you want me to go buy it? Like,
Right.
You know,
That's a different-
Can you get a Ryan O'Reilly to sign?
God damn, they're just going hard in the paint,
Oh,
aren't they? Just
Most of them are great, but a lot of them don't. They don't understand. Like, I don't.
The boundaries are
I'm not
respected.
calling. He's in Nashville.
yeah.
I'm not gonna call him to do me
Yeah.
a favor to give it to you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
come. I'll use my time for stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'll go do something for maybe like AAA hockey or something like that or whatever. Use
Yeah.
my time and talk or whatever. But for me to like, I don't like asking people for favors, man.
Yeah.
You
I
seem
don't-
like a
I
nice
don't-
guy, but I can't get you Stanley Cup tickets. All right. Thank you for
That's
liking
good.
my post, but yeah, we're gonna
Exactly.
let's
Yeah.
cut it off there,
Can you give me tickets to Blues Cup? final?
dude.
No,
And then there's
man.
people that get really upset. It's
I
like,
can't.
Yeah.
you know,
I
like,
can't.
oh,
Well,
that
then you're an
guy's a dick. I
Well-
asked him to get me this,
Well,
and he
mine
didn't.
don't, well, and, yeah,
No,
and not trying to like say it's worse on my end or anything, but they'll be like, "Hey, man, my fucking grandma's got cancer and you didn't help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Dick.
like,
There it is.
It's
right
your
there.
fault.
it's like, you're right.
Yeah.
That's right. But I
Punish
also
yourself for
it's like
that.
I had 7 fucking other people ask
Right,
me the same
right.
thing this week.
Dude, you can't.
And if I promote, what they want me to do is promote the shit on my platforms. And I'm like, if I do that,
Now it becomes a charity
nobody
fucking page,
sticks
and it's
around
not.
and follows me
No,
anymore
they
Yeah.
don't
if I
like
do
you.
that.
That's
Yeah.
why I can't even do it with, like, I tell sponsors too, like, I can't, if I flooded every day with something,
Bingo.
no one's going to they'll ignore it.
Yeah.
You got to be organic.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you do it here and there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And you can't do it for everybody.
It's too
End of
much.
fucking story.
It's too much.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah, people don't understand that sometimes, man. Like,
it weighs on my mental health big
Yeah.
time because I'll be like, damn, dude, that sucks. Like, you're going through that. But
And it stresses me out for you.
you know what you do? What I would do, and I don't have kids. I'm not that, like, I have time. Like, they call me. Fucking call me.
Yeah.
So when anybody's messed up, like, Cam, can you just call me? And I'll talk to them for fucking 20, 30 minutes. And that goes such a long way.
Right,
dude.
right.
Yeah.
Fucking, you're talking, like, dude, you're talking to me, man. And I'll sit on my back deck and just shoot the shit with some people.
Yeah.
Yep.
And help them off that cliff. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many people going through. Dude, times are tough, especially in Canada. I work with a lot of Canadian listeners, and it's fucking hard, expensive up there, man. Like, I don't care where you're at, Toronto to fucking in Saskatchewan, the fucking desert, nasty
Fucking polar
cold
bears.
desert
Good job,
there.
Trudeau.
Yeah.
Yes, Justine.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's shot him.
Yeah, freeze
You know,
those
I mean,
bank
you
accounts.
go
They
to the-
don't agree with me. Freeze their
Justine,
assets.
They hate him up there.
Oh,
but yeah, he
dude,
gets
we
elected.
hate them down here.
Yeah.
I don't know
right.
any hockey players that like him. Not one.
freeze the assets.
Not
yeah, you go
one.
to the fucking mail, get polar bear, eat your fucking ass.
Yeah,
Like, I
that's
don't
way
know.
up there.
Is it?
That's way up there. They don't have much in Saskatchewan. I would say probably wolves and maybe some bear a little bit.
Wolves are fucking bad too. Bear, he thinks he can outrun a fucking bear.
You're
I
on
never fucking said that. I never in my life did.
That's
No.
ignorant.
I've
I
never
was gonna
once.
say, that's
I've
the most
never
ignorant
once
thing ever.
said that.
What'd you say?
What did I
It
say?
was 2
You
weeks.
can't
two-
outswim. You can't outclimb. You
Two
can't
episodes
outdo
ago,
anything
something
with
about a bear. Because you were fucking camping.
I think I was
I'll
saying a
pull the
bear would
fucking
fuck me
recording
up.
up.
it. Bears are faster than horses.
You were camping, and I said, "You ain't worried about a fucking bear?"
No, because I had my fucking car 20 yards away
And I'm like,
from me.
yeah.
A bear.
They'll open that door.
When my
Yeah.
yeah, but you know, if I can
lock it.
fucking get in, I can pull out.
I'm
Now,
gonna pull the recording.
if I'm Leo in the
I'm
Revenant,
gonna
yeah.
throw it in
If
the
I'm
middle of this
DiCaprio
one,
in the Revenant, yeah, I'm fucking
something-
terrified of a
it-
goddamn. I know I'm
horrifying.
going to die.
It was
There was a
something
bear in our
like that.
backyard the other day.
Fuck that, dude.
Black one.
No, really? Oh god.
And way out there in Franklin County.
Steal
baby.
all your shit.
Yeah, it was Winnie the Pooh.
Black
It was-
one.
Stole all
That's
my
right.
honey.
Sorry to make a racist joke.
Polar bear.
It's not a brown bear.
Yeah.
though. Black,
Polar bear
black
jobs.
bears are skittish.
The brown
Yeah.
bear will steal your job.
Polar bears, they'll hold the door open for you. You know, it's
Oh,
You ever watch a video of those goddamn things?
Which ones?
A grizzly bear, 1,000 pounds, going 40, 35, 40 miles an hour. And all of a sudden, you will go up a tree so fucking fast,
Yep.
your head will spin.
you're done.
And then they'll fall off of it and go bing, and then bounce
Pop
back up and fucking go. And
What
Yeah.
I tell you?
Yeah.
What I tell you? I said something. You didn't believe me. I sent you videos or something.
Was it that they
afterwards.
could swim? I forget what it was.
You said something like just no. I think you said something like just run up to a tree.
No,
and I said
no.
It was something
We'll,
like that.
we'll look back.
I hope
We'll look
not.
back.
Pull the
I
tape.
hope- I believe you,
Dude, I'm cocky,
I
but I'm
wanna
not.
believe you.
I'm cocky, but I'm not fucking. I'm gonna outsmart a bear cocky.
It was-
Do you
know.
see sharks down in Florida? You see these
Yeah.
fucking sharks
Yeah.
cruising in a foot of water,
Yeah.
snatching fucking calves
Yeah.
of people,
Dude.
and just keep cruising.
Yeah,
back
you
and-
saw that one with the calf get bit
Oh,
out.
that girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Did
Dude,
you
hey,
hear?
listen.
You know how the cocaine bear thing? Apparently, there's like when drug dealers or when the Coast Guard's on them, they'll dump shit over,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
guess the sharks are getting into the cocaine now, and the sharks are getting all coked out. Have you
That
seen
is
this?
that's.
I
that
did
was-
not hear
That was
that.
a Babylon Bee, probably.
Okay,
saying that.
all right, well,
But I would
it
say
sounded
a bear,
fun.
A
You see that
bear
movie?
could do
It sounded
movie's
fun.
great.
I
no,
can see a bear.
and it's a true story.
Yeah.
Cocaine Bear
Ish.
is one of
Yeah.
the fucking funniest movies
gotta
I've ever
check
seen
that
in my
out.
life.
That's actually if there's a the cartel dumps a bunch of fucking coke,
Yeah.
and that bear's like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
And it sniffs it. That's definitely gonna affect it. A shark, I don't think that works that way.
Okay,
in the water,
well,
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
If
about
I had a
that.
coked out shark and a nut, yeah, just
Coked
Let's
out
eat
shark.
I
the
know
whole
nothing
thing out.
about it, but if I've got my druthers about it, I want the non-coked out shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had to choose.
Yeah.
If you had
No,
to
he's not
choose.
hungry then.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no,
good point. Yeah.
remember,
he's just out partying. He's looking to get laid.
Remember when I had you on right before my kid was going to Panama City Beach?
Yep.
Well, that week on the same beach she was at, that girl got her fucking leg chewed off.
Yeah.
And remember, I told you, I had him on. I'm like, dude, I'm worried. My
Shark?
kid's going. 13-year-old daughter's going to fucking
You
Panama
were-
City
he
Beach.
was really nervous
She
about
was,
it.
and I get all of a sudden, I fucking while she's down there, I get here on the news that a little girl, just 13 years or 12,
It
13
was an
years old.
arm and a leg.
No.
My kid was on the
shit.
same fucking
Yeah.
beach. She saw the fucking like people going crazy with it. She wasn't
But you
there
know
for
what's
that.
scarier than that?
She was a local. A friend of
Yeah.
mine was friends with that family.
I think it was a hand and a leg.
Oh, you
Oh.
knew him?
Above
Or
the
a
bites.
friend of yours?
A friend of
Above
mine
the
Holy
did.
shit.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
usually they'll bite and be like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
What is this? Ooh, I don't like it. But then you have a fucking gash, your whole
Yeah,
legs off,
yeah.
and you're going to bleed to death.
Yeah.
But the scariest thing about the ocean, I would say, is not the sharks. It's the fucking rip current
Yeah,
that
yeah.
pulls you
Oh,
out.
yeah.
You can't go. I don't give a fuck if you are. So you see some of these cats, these professional athletes.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
fucking kids get.
There was a guy
almost
just
died.
6 months ago or
Yeah,
something.
he was in
died
a
of-
coma.
Yeah.
One of the he was on.
He was a
he was
professional athlete.
football player.
Yeah.
He was God. What the fuck's his name?
Yeah, I can't
The
think of it.
rip current will rip you out
Yeah.
so fucking fast. All of a sudden, where'd she go?
Right.
And then you go out there and
Yeah. Mm.
try to save her. What are you gonna do?
Right.
What are you gonna do?
Well, that fucking family. We were down in Boca Raton 2 weeks ago, and that family up like a little bit up the coast. They were from Pennsylvania. Mom, dad, 2 kids. Mom and dad died right in front of the kids on the rip current.
Yep.
Jesus.
They're like, you got.
and that's standing fucking
'Cause you
what?
try
Not even knee high, man.
Yeah.
Well, the wave will get you,
Yeah.
and you're like, but bam! Like,
try
oh,
to-
that was funny.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And
then,
then, cool, watch this.
Yeah, dude.
And it
I've
sucks
had it
you
happen.
And you're. Oh yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you?
I was in. We were in Mexico, and you know how they have like these big rock cliff little
Right.
formations.
Oh, that's
I
a
mean,
place
we're
to
only
die.
talking 10, 20 feet in the air. So we went up there. We were drinking a couple beers on there, watching. You know, not the sunset, but it was getting later in the evening. Well, the tide goes at different heights, right?
Right.
And so 4 of us were on there. Everyone jumps off. They wait till the wave goes. They jump in the sand. They run up. I go and I jump where I got on,
Right.
which was now the current
already
had
know
come
where you're
higher.
going with this.
And so when it came, it's just they turned around and their eyes were like this, and I guess this wave was coming, and it just literally pulled me under.
Yeah.
And I went like
So
this,
under. Like
all the way under, and I was doing like a pinball off of the rocks.
Oh fuck.
If I hadn't done this, I'd be dead.
Because the problem with the
done.
rocks, and they told us
And
this
it
when
was,
we were whitewater
a
rafting.
strength. You
like
can't-
you see, like when we went whitewater rafting, it's like if I fucking fall off, I got a vest on, I'm all good. I'm not.
Yeah.
And they're like, what you don't realize is the water changes levels. I know what's below that rock. I just see a rock going like that. And the guy's going, it fucking cuts under. So if you get pulled under that,
Yeah.
you're
You're
done.
done.
You think the rock
you
is
don't
on the
even
fucking
think
bottom.
about it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Dude, I grew up on the river. I had a river boat. Like this show I got it made when I was really young, right when I started making money,
Yep.
like good money. Like I was 20, 21, and my brother's like, "Dude, we're right by the Merrimack River in Eureka. Let's go make a fucking shoal runner from scratch with a 383 stroked out fucking jet engine on that motherfucker.
Like sure, bro.
Yeah.
Made of aluminum, so you could hit rocks, you could do whatever, and you can go 75 miles an hour up in 6 inches of water.
Yeah.
And it's right by our house, and we'd cruise up the Merrimack River, and it's so fucking scary, man. We'd do it when it was flooded, and then people would, go way up to Pacific. They'd load in there, and all these kids, maybe from the city or from whatever, would be like, we're gonna go on a float trip. And they go down the Merrimack. It's a little rough, like it's a little quick, and the guys are drunk in the back, and all of a sudden they let go, and they go, and the water pushes you to the side, and all of a sudden
Trapped
you
you.
hit a fucking tree that's dug in, gets under your swimming trunks, and it pulls you right the fuck under.
Ooh.
And everybody's like, "Where'd he go?" "Oh, he's somewhere." They keep going. He's stuck underwater. They don't find him for 2 weeks. I would take my
Jesus.
boat with the fucking Water Charlie and go look
Who
for
was
dead
this?
bodies.
Who is this? That just a story.
Just
Just
random
randoms, yeah.
people that would go to the Merrimack River and float.
not respecting the water.
Not respecting. Don't understand. They're drunk and they're deaths every other year, man. There's somebody that fucking.
Did you ever find anybody?
No, we
Thank
tried.
God, man.
We
Or
tried.
I get
because they were way the fuck. They were down in. They're already in the Mississippi River at that point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or in Fenton or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or pools up there. What is
Right.
that called? George Winter Park.
Okay.
All the bodies would pop up there because it kind of pools up a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
God.
I don't like that.
How's that get brought up?
don't
Cam,
like
what are you up to? I'm fucking bored. What do you want to
know,
do?
our
Let's
cruise
go
are-
look for some dead
Dead
bodies.
It's like Stand By Me back
Yeah, that's
then.
what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Like,
Want to
stay
see a
by
dead
me.
body?
Y'all want to see a dead body? Yeah.
But I did have I'm such a Hoosier. Like I
Yeah.
remember fucking not knowing about a boat, right? Sean, you could probably, you're young too, like, who are we kidding? You're sort of, but I remember fucking cruising up and I blow a rod. Way the fuck up river. And I'm just like, wait, paddling back. Paddling back.
Man.
Fuck.
Oh,
Sun's
man.
beat down. I got no way to hide from it.
Miserable.
Right.
Paddling back. Oil is leaking everywhere. Sorry. leaking every.
Sorry to the camera.
I am a contamination. Like if fucking what EPA came
EPA
back,
for
I'm
sure.
fucked. So I take it. There's nothing I can do. There's an oil trail from
Following you.
all the way to my fucking house, which is a mile away, and it's literally dumping down. And people are driving by at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, just getting home from work, and I have an oil slick in my. And I take a bucket and put it underneath. Then the bucket falls after a while.
Oh, of course.
And dumps oil everywhere in front of my house.
You're fucking beefy.
I'm a
Fish
goddamn
just starts
Hoosier.
floating up,
I am
fucking
a
turtles are
Hoosier.
dying.
Like, what do you do? Like, fuck, what am I supposed to do? Dump in
Right.
the water? Like, oh yeah.
I mean, what are you supposed to do?
I do something.
They got fuck.
You hillbilly. You know?
Yeah, they don't have Hoosiers in Destin.
No.
They do.
We talked about this.
Oh yeah, we
They
did.
do. In
And what did
Florida?
they
Oh
say?
yeah, no, they 1000% do.
But they don't know
call
what a
them-
Hoosier is
No.
down there.
Yeah,
We're the
yeah,
only
that's
ones
what it
that know
was.
what a
That's
Hoosier is.
I looked
yeah.
like a Hoosier, calling everyone a Hoosier when I
Yeah.
first moved there.
They
They
were like, what is he talking
were
about?
looking at me
All the
like,
Canadians are like, what do you mean? But
"Oh, you from Indiana?"
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
your grass is long. Your kids are loud.
Yeah, mullet's
Fucking-
long.
You got fucking shit. You have 5 cars in your driveway that you don't drive.
Yeah.
And they're
You
like,
don't
I
drive.
thought it meant you were from Indiana. My kid lived in Indiana. I called him
Yeah.
a Hoosier all the time. He'd be like, oh,
Oh,
yeah,
thanks,
I am. And I'm
yeah.
like, you don't understand. I'm trying to fucking insult you right
Well,
now.
you know a neighbor could ruin you. You could have a nice fucking house, man, or whatever, and you're like, I bought some land out here, but your neighbor could be a couple acres, but fucking ruin
Hoosier.
you.
Right.
Kids are driving their 4-wheelers in your yard. Their dogs are going through your trash. Whatever the case is, they could ruin you.
Pool in the front
Living
yard.
out there, man, trust me on that.
Yeah.
You know.
You're in St. Albans?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
none there.
far
Oh, no.
You're not
Yeah.
supposed. You
How
you
far
won't
is
get
that
booted
from
up.
here? Yeah,
He lives in beautiful
no.
country now.
It's probably, what, half hour? No. Probably about
It's an hour.
45 minutes. from
Half
here.
hour to Chesterfield and another 25. I'll go through Austin Fort, those old 1800 from those big old fucking mansions from the 1800s and down Austin Fort, if you guys know what that is. Beautiful. But it gets flooded, but then I'll creep up and then hit Highway T, and then it's right there. But Kate and I moved there like 5
Well, now
years.
everybody
Is
knows
T
where
the
you
one
live.
With
Yeah.
The, with the
They don't
giant,
know which
like,
house.
Yeah.
Actually, they do because I posted it. I had a thing on
Is
that,
T
whatever.
that, like,
I got
main,
guns.
Is T that main road that, like, on, if you're going, I guess, towards St. Albans, like, on the left, it's like a horse path. I mean,
Yes.
it's all fucking,
Yeah, and then
we
you
looked
get
at a
the-
house out there before,
awesome.
and it's just
Dude,
like,
it's
yeah,
We
it's
beautiful.
fucking,
love it. Showings out the other
If
day.
you want to be away from everything,
Oh, yeah. But still.
and then it just
involved.
opens up.
Yeah.
but I just thought, what happens in the fucking winter? Because that T, that's a long
Stay home.
Staying
Stay
home,
home.
baby.
Yeah.
Put the fire on it.
that's a
Hunkering
long-
down.
Yeah.
I ain't going anywhere.
No.
You know, I used to do a radio show from home. There would be a sprinkle, and the guy, I'd be like, "Nah, I'm gonna." I had like a Comrex machine, so I could host my show.
Wait, what was it?
A Comrex machine, which was like attached to the signal from 590, so I could do my radio show from home.
Oh, wow.
So if I just thought it's sprinkling, I'm not gonna go to the studio today. But then you look like a jackass because you need to be by a guy. Like if we're all somewhere else, and
Right.
we didn't have a computer looking at each
Yeah,
other,
it doesn't flow.
we got to interview people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't flow. But a couple times I got chirped because of sprinkle, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Kate's like, I think that you should stay. I'm like,
Hey,
"Oh."
where's the fucking hockey guy that used to beat the fuck out of people? Well, it's raining and he
He's
doesn't like to
sprinkling.
go out.
He doesn't like to go
Yeah,
out in the
it's-
sun.
My wife.
Yeah, there's a 40%
Pussy.
chance.
What-
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Which shout out to your wife, Kate.
Yeah,
She's
Kate.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, she's doing
Hey,
good.
Probably like all of our wives, a
We
very
know she's not
fucking
watching.
patient
She's not watching.
woman.
She would never
a very
watch this.
patient and forgiving woman, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's been
Like-
through a lot with me.
Yeah,
No doubt.
same.
Just like your girl.
Yeah.
We're lucky.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, cool. All right. Well, I'm hungry, and I want
Yeah,
to
let's
go
go
have
eat.
a beer too.
I do
Can you
too.
roll with us? Or you
I
guys
think I
wanna do
can.
it? Okay.
I gotta go to bourbon.
Oh yeah, you gotta
I'm
go
gonna
bourbon.
go do the old
Yeah.
fucking hillbilly float.
But-
baby. Oh
Hoosier.
yeah.
But if there's anything you want to like throw out, feel free to.
Tell everybody
obviously.
where to
And-
follow you.
Well, yeah, well,
fucking all that fun
Cam
shit.
Janssen 25 on Twitter, Cam Janssen on Insta, and I got 2 different Facebook accounts, whatever, and then a fan page. But the Cam and Strick Podcast, Andy Strickland and I do. We interview the biggest names in hockey.
The Cam and Strick podcast.
Cam and Strick, and then we talk for like just like this for like an hour and a half,
Yeah.
and then we have an interview with Prongs or fucking. Wayne Gretzky for our 99th episode or
nice.
whatever it is.
I mean, all the big
GMs,
dogs. Yeah.
owners, all of them. Andy's really good at knowing everything about these guys, man. Like he's, and I just entertain. So check that mug out. if you
And
want
are
to.
you still like the second on under?
That varies. So
Okay.
like we have a big. If somebody says something crazy or what, not necessarily crazy, because we don't want to fuck people over. Because then you'll get like they're trying to get you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to like quote a guy that's didn't mean to say that.
Right.
Man, Shit, we interviewed Twister at his house.
Oh boy.
and we had to delete. We could have.
You know what? Let's just do this again.
Yeah.
Another day.
We
We'll just
had
come
to
back
delete
and do
so
it.
much.
You know, yeah.
But so it's entertaining, and we'll entertain you guys.
But my point is if you type in like hockey podcast, you're number 1 or 2.
Yeah, I mean, this depends. It depends. Like we might have.
But
a
you're
guy
in the
that's not
top
very-
is search, is my
yeah,
point.
Yeah, it should be up
That's
there.
cool.
Yeah.
You know.
That's super cool.
We got work to do still, man.
Yeah.
Always, you know.
It's fun though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Just kind of fucking
getting on
bullshit.
You gotta know
fucking
your
talking
shit though. You
and-
gotta entertain though, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking 3 hours. You gotta bring the heat. Or
Yeah.
people are like, what the fuck's going on? with you?
Yeah. They'll,
Yep.
they'll
You know.
turn it off and that's
No,
that.
go.
Yeah.
Entertain us. So,
Well, thanks, brother. Really, really appreciate you coming on. What the fuck else we got? I don't know.
Shit.
Oh, when do you drop your episodes? Every
Tuesday.
on Spotify, Apple, all that shit.
All that.
All
Yep.
the fucking,
YouTube
okay.
too. Now we're on YouTube. So
Got it. Cool.
Awesome.
sometimes you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like,
It's a
and
fucking
you're like, I
worst.
look like fucking shit.
Yeah.
I can't listen to myself talk.
The herpes.
Yeah.
I got the
You can't- you
It'll
can't see
spread.
it.
It'll spread.
Yeah.
Razor
Or if
herpes.
you need a good friend like me, I'll call you. Hey, dude, you look like shit.
I know.
I'll let you
And
know.
I'm like, hey, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I
I
do.
Being honest.
All right, cool. Well,
Appreciate it, guys.
Right on, man.
Thank you, Cam Janssen, everybody. Again, and it's Near Let's Drink Beer podcast on Apple, Spotify every Wednesday, at Beer Fam Podcast on YouTube, and let's go drink some beer.
Cool.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Later, bitches.
Root beer.
Huge thank you to our studio sponsor, John Morgan, and the entire Premium Cabinets family for helping make this podcast possible. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you're following the podcast on all platforms so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Don't forget to join the End is Near, so Let's Drink Beer Facebook group to make sure you stay prepared for the end of days. Till next time.